Hello everyone.
Hi.
So glad you could join us again. We have a pretty exciting podcast today, so it's going to be really good.
Say who you are?
Yeah. I'm Kymmi.
I'm Rosie.
And
We're cozy.
Okay, so
what are we talking about today?
We're talking about we went to a personal development event on the long weekend
Called
DOLCM.
Doing that lab method.
Sure is. 3 days, 3 full epic days. Okay.
But before we get into it, we gotta start from the start.
We will cover the challenges we had, the tears, the joy, the uncomfortable zone. It's gonna be a lot. So go get a cuppa and a snack, and then come back and join us for our little adventure.
Day one.
Okay, yeah. Day one, we travelled from our home in New South Wales to the Gold Coast, which was about 10 hours. So where did we stop?
We stopped at Big Banana.
We did, which we have driven past, for like the last probably 22 years, and we've actually never stopped there.
I've stopped there for probably the last 17.
Yeah, so somewhere we've always gone past, take a photo, Well, we actually stopped this time, and what did we discover?
There's a chocolate place.
Yeah.
They had water parks and stuff.
Yeah, and you could walk through it.
You could walk through it.
Who knew that you could walk through the Big Banana, which isn't actually that big when you're that close. So then might have driven up a one-way part to get there, which
we weren't sure of the way we could go.
But we got a park, and it was pretty close.
Mm.
Someone else might have wanted it, but I got it. Anyways, so we got up there at a late afternoon-ish and got into our Airbnb, which was very nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was right on the water. I actually have a photo of the view, so maybe we'll pop it quickly in there. It was very pretty. And then we shopped.
Yes. I got some skincare, bubble skincare.
She's wanted it, so we had a little trial pack.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I used it too. It was pretty good. So that took us, and then we just watched some Gilmore Girls because that's what we're watching at the moment together.
We've been watching Gilmore Girls together for since
the last one, since what? September?
August, September, and we've started it. Well, I watched it a million times, but she hasn't.
Yeah, it's my first time watching
it. So we're
it.
up to season 2.
So yes, so then day one it wasn't too early a start. Considering we had driven, we were a little bit tired, but we were not sure of parking around the Gold Coast, so we did leave early and got there early.
Right near the place, because it was at the Dream Out Loud studio. There's behind the place is this little street for houses and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where we could park.
For free.
Yeah, for free.
All day without getting in trouble. So that was really good. So if any of you do end up deciding to attend, maybe in November, they do have another one in November, and then I think it's not until next year. So, but if you do, highly suggest parking on the park on the street behind them.
Yes.
Unless you don't drive, and Uber was really expensive because it was a long weekend.
So day one.
Let's get into it. How did you feel day one on the way there?
The way there, I felt I didn't really know what to expect, and I just reused Google Maps, so all I was thinking about was get the directions right.
Yeah, directions aren't our thing, but we did make it.
How are you feeling the way there?
Yeah, apart from I was more stressed about the parking, I think, but we were really early, so I wasn't too stressed. But I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You think personal development, wellness. I was thinking maybe yoga or other stuff like that. I guess wasn't really You have the bird in the background for the music. So yeah, so I wasn't sure what to expect. Then everyone started coming and everyone seemed really nice. We met people.
Everyone there was very nice.
Yeah.
Well, because we walked up there, got into the place, and we were the first ones there because we're always very early to stuff. So we're very early to this one, and we were the first ones there.
That set the trend for the whole weekend. We were the first ones there every day.
Yeah.
We must have been excited. So yeah, so then
we got in there and we were just like waiting around, like talking to some people.
Yeah.
I just kept getting asked like, oh my gosh, how old are you? How old are you?
Yes. You were the second youngest person there. There was somebody younger. Yeah. So did you hope to gain something from these 3 days? Or you really just came along because like I went, hey,
I just kind of like tagged along.
Yeah.
But then also there was a lot of stuff there that like I did learn.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you know, Rosie's 17 and she still got things out of it. So I think, you know, if you were thinking about it or thinking about even doing something like it, I would highly recommend doing it at definitely a younger age like you.
I think it doesn't really matter like what age you do it. Like you can still go if you're younger because it's still like you still take in a lot.
Yes.
And you can use that kind of anytime like in the future and stuff.
That's right. So yeah, so day one was full on. We did a lot. We got out. We did sit together for a little while until we did get split up.
Yeah, because basically it was like sit wherever. There was like 2 sides.
Yeah.
Sit wherever, and then we made teams. So what team were you on?
The Dreamers.
I was on the
Mindset Mavericks.
Yeah, I was on the Mindset Mavericks.
So yeah, so and every time we did something new, we had to choose a new partner. So yeah, you know, it was getting you out of that comfort zone that we're all in, that we like to sit next to our friends or our family or our daughter.
Yeah.
But you really were made to expand that comfort zone.
Just with like the group things, basically, if you were there with your like family or like partner or best friend, you can't be in the same group. You have to split up.
So yeah, so we were like, bye. So it was a really long day.
The day one ended at 9:30.
Yeah.
And it started at
9:30.
Yeah.
But it was just once it started, you were committed and you were there for the whole time. Like lunch isn't at lunchtime. I think we had lunch at like 2 o'clock or something.
Yeah, it was over the day. Lunch was like between 2 and like 4. Like anytime in between that, that's kind of when like go for lunch, like 50 minutes or something.
Yeah, we were starving. So what are some of the things that we did in day one?
Well, one of the things, we came back from a break, and do you want to tell the story?
You can.
It's about you.
I know, but you're doing it so well.
So we came back from a break, and they had this little thing where everyone's name was in this
barrel
thing, and basically there was dice next to it, like big blow up dice, and then there was a little like sheet of paper where it had all these numbers and what you win from them and stuff.
So 1 to 12 obviously, because you can't roll any higher than a 12.
Yeah, and they spun the thingy, took out the name, and it was her name.
It was my name.
And so she goes up. Do you want to tell her?
I know you're doing such a good job.
And she goes up and she rolls the dice twice. She gets a 7, and a 7 is just roll again. 2 times she got that. And then the time after that, she rolled, what did you roll?
I think I must have rolled, I think it was a 6.
Yeah, she rolled a 6, and that was for the Dream Out Loud method next year.
Yeah, it was a free ticket.
So she now has a free ticket, and the tickets, they're pretty, like
they're quite expensive.
They're expensive, so she has a free one now.
So I was very excited.
Yes.
That was a really good day. I never win anything, and I got pulled out. I was like, oh, me, of all people. So yes, that was very exciting. And then one of the other activities, which I found quite daunting, would be when we split up into our groups of 5. And so we had a group of 5, and you couldn't have worked with them previously. So I think this was sort of day 1 afternoon sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you weren't allowed to talk to each other. So you couldn't really tell somebody, oh, hey, I'm a nice person.
You weren't allowed to speak. Like, you speak, someone came up to you, like, one of the crew members came up to you and told you not to speak. You have to be quiet.
Yeah, you have to.
Like, it was silence.
And you were allowed to say your name, and you had 3 questions to ask. Yeah. And so you said, you know, I would have said, hi, my name's Kim, and the 3 questions. That was it. And you had to turn around and not face them. And they then had to judge you on the little that they knew you. But so I struggle because it's like, well, how judgmental are you supposed to be? Like, if this was true and you looked at somebody, we all as humans have made up our minds within 30 seconds of knowing someone.
Yeah.
Like, without them speaking, so you really don't know who they are. So we're very shallow, and that is all of us, and we will sum someone up by how they look, and that's just human nature. So, you know, you'll see somebody, maybe they have ripped clothing, they look a bit dirty, a bit scruffy, you probably instantly thought, that person's not for me, right? Or maybe it's the opposite, and, you know, they're really well dressed and they look really nicely, and that can go 2 ways too. You might think, oh, that person looks a little bit too much for me, or I'm going to be friends with that person. Regardless of what their personality is, that part is, so when you're there and you have to sum somebody up, especially I think one of the questions were along the lines of, what am I lacking, or what's my blind spot, or like, how do you judge someone about that when you're going off how they look and how they've said the name?
And so basically, you turn around, someone will tap you once everyone's finished writing out a piece of paper. That paper goes in a pile on the ground. You do the whole way around, and then you get the papers of everything everyone wrote about you, and you read them to yourself, not to anyone else.
Yes, so I did not realise that we were actually going to give them to people. I thought maybe if we're going to talk about this, I could actually say, look, I don't mean to sound this mad, like this mean.
They told me, they were like, you're going to put these in a pile and give them to the people.
Well, they might want to ask questions, but no. I was just trying to be honest. So what theme was it for you? Like, was it something that was surprising to you? Would you...
Okay, my opinion, none of the stuff I got was surprising to me, just because it was all mainly that, you know, like, I'm shy and I'm young, so the stuff that I like is like, oh, experience because you're young. But then most of the stuff was just like, you're shy, like, don't talk much, and I kind of already knew that. So I was like, okay, like, they can all tell from me reading questions, which was like, okay, it's easy to tell, but also like not surprising.
Yeah, and it was hard too because you had to speak quietly. So it's not like, you know, if you're a loud person, you can't come in and go hi. Like, you know, it was inside voices, so you probably sounded a little bit shyer than you probably would have normally. So yeah, so mine was quite surprising. I had a lot of confidence. Like, and that was the common theme for me. Like, I had confidence and I'm authentic, which I try for both, and I've worked on that for a very long time too. So I used to be shy and quiet too when I was little. So that really sums up, like, you're constantly learning new things. You're constantly working on something. So the days go really quick.
Shall we tell everyone what we had for dinner that night?
Yes, you can tell everyone what we had for dinner that night.
So for dinner, you didn't really get long. And the place where you get most foods from was like, how long of a walk? Would you say like 15?
Yeah, 10.
Like 10-15 minute walk. And so we didn't really feel like walking all the way because we already walked all that way to get lunch.
It was at like 8 o'clock at night or something. 8:30 at night too.
Yeah. And so we went to the like gas station, petrol station, whatever you call it.
Service station.
Service
Went to the
station.
Servo.
Same thing. And we got a drink, and we got chocolate, and that was our dinner.
That was our dinner.
We had Subway for lunch.
Yeah, we did have a good lunch. We were told like the opposite way was like a lot of cafes and that, but
at night
we didn't really know the area, and like we don't know how far everything was away either. So we kind of just went to the Stockland, and like they didn't really have a food court, but they had like Subway and bits and pieces. So we opted for Subway because it was probably the healthier out of both, I think. And then at night time we were like, we don't know. Chocolate and coconut sugar was fine, thank you. And chocolate is a bean is a salad, therefore chocolate is salad.
I'm so proud of that.
I know. So that's what we had.
Yeah.
And that was...
Also, in there you were allowed to eat food and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
during it you could eat, drink, whatever.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we had a drink bottle. Yeah, you weren't... It's not like you were...
like starving.
Not allowed to.
I got food.
Yeah. And then we worked out you could use the microwave and the fridge there too.
Yeah.
So that made it a lot easier.
Oh, and you said that.
Yeah, I did.
Day 2.
And then we went home and slept.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Day 2.
So day 2 was the biggest day. And when we say big...
We finished at 12 a.m. Yeah. That's how big it was.
We started at 9:30.
Yes.
So it is a huge day.
So if you want to attend thinking about it, just know that it's really good. Like you get so much out of it, but the days are very long.
But they go so quick.
Yeah.
Like we started at 9:30 and it was like an hour.
Yeah.
Like it was so quick. But day 2 is big.
Yeah. Now about day 2.
And a day 2, I would say, was the most emotional day.
Oh, for sure.
It was relationship day, and so it was like a relationship with partners, kids, yourself, like any kind of relationship, friendship, any kind of, ship thing. But it was the most emotional. I think there was the most tears.
Yeah.
On day 2, and you get right into your trauma. And you get into it with other people.
Yeah.
Which is very daunting. But you also realise that everybody else has a story. And it's not one that we all share. Like some people do share their trauma or they wear their trauma sort of thing. But I would have said, looking at majority of people, you wouldn't think that, that they were holding all this, this heaviness.
For a little bit of context, when we say like with everyone, there was over 70 people.
Yeah, there were 70 people.
There was just over that.
Yeah, but we did split up into groups.
Yeah.
For a lot of it, like, so you're not.
Yeah.
You're not there with like 70 odd people, and the crew are fantastic.
They're so sweet.
Yeah, they are. Like, they're just adorable. We're gonna adopt all of them.
And the people there are also just everyone there is just so sweet. Everybody
was so nice. Like there was just no negativity.
Yeah.
And like people had trauma. Like I'm not gonna say it wasn't drama because like drama kind of
drama and trauma are completely different things.
I mean, some people could say, you've got a lot of drama or something, but I'm gonna stay away from that word. And it definitely was inner trauma. Whether or not it happened when you were like in your 40s or your 50s or your 20s or your teens or your younger years, like everybody has some kind of trauma.
And no matter what it is, no matter how bad and stuff, everyone's still accepted. Like no one is like singled out. No one's like not liked because of something. Yeah. Everyone's people.
We were all supportive of each other. Like, and you always think, it happened to me, but you could relate to everybody who was there. And I'd say even at your age, like you could maybe not relate to all of them, but you know what I mean? Like there was such heavy trauma, and for somebody to like get up and say what happened to them or what they're carrying, and these are things that you you don't tell other people. Like, it's something that you kind of have in yourself, and, you know, it might be shameful or hurtful, or, you know, you're trying to forget it, but, you know, it manifests itself there, and it can create that blockage that you need to then let go and get to the next level of your life. So, but I think the people who went first were so brave.
I think it takes so much courage to stand up and talk to people, let alone, because public speaking is the number one fear. People would rather die than speak in front of people.
That's number 2 fear.
Yeah.
The first 2 fears are public speaking or death.
And that's number 2. So
go figure. So yeah, so to get up and be the first people to actually say out loud. I mean, and then we all followed suit, and I think the more people who did it, the more comfortable you were that you weren't going to have that judgment, or, you know, somebody wasn't going to ridicule. I can't even say that word. That word. My tongue gets tied. So I think just for that, I mean, there was tears. I think maybe 2 people didn't cry, which was probably their way. Like,
yeah, because everyone has different ways of dealing with stuff. Like, some people cry, some people just don't cry.
Yeah. So, but that was traumatic.
Yeah, it was a huge day. Another thing, can't go off topic right
now.
Too different. Another topic we did was like, how people say this could have happened, this could have been like this, when it wasn't like that. Like,
yes, don't make up a story.
Yeah.
I think that was the lesson there. Don't make up a story to justify it.
Quote, like to not have a story. Like, there was a quote that was there. Yeah, but it was basically just be the truth. Like, if it's a no, don't make up a story why it was no. Yeah.
Just say no.
Like, they were like, it's gonna crash. Like, oh, this could have happened, but it didn't. So don't make up a story like, oh, it could have.
Don't make it worse than it was.
Yeah.
So you crashed your car and you survived, but don't make up a story, but oh, what if?
Yes.
It's like, you crashed the car, but you survived. So let's just focus on, you're here. Like, so don't make it worse than it actually was. I mean, we can always go off what if and what could have been, and oh my Lord, like, it was death. Okay, that was like the bottom line was, but I could have died.
Yeah,
but you didn't. So let's go with you didn't die and unpack what happened and the lesson in it. Why did it happen? Like, unpack it. Like, why did it happen? You were doing something. Okay, so maybe you shouldn't do that when you're driving a car or something. You know what I mean? Like, so don't make up a story, people. Just give it to the truth. So that was day 2. There was so much, so much.
Fire.
Yeah, we did have a bonfire, and where we burnt all of our whatever we wrote.
Yeah.
We had to write our traumas down.
And we had to write letters and stuff, and they all
and then they all got burnt, which was really therapeutic. Nothing like a bonfire and burning emotions.
And we're all just standing around a bonfire together, like all around each other.
Yeah, so that was really good. And then how would you have said, at midnight, after we had been going for like 14 hours or something, how would you say you felt?
I felt really tired, but also really awake.
Yeah.
Like, I think I felt tired, but then I was just like, oh my gosh, something young. But then I also felt like it was such a huge day and huge emotions and stuff. So I was like, I'm ready to sleep.
I felt peaceful.
Yeah.
Like, I really felt like weight had been released and gone and never to come back. So, and then we went home, crashed out and slept and then
it took me forever to get to sleep.
It didn't take me forever, but my phone was on daylight savings time.
Yeah.
So it woke me up an hour before I actually probably had to wake.
Oh, because New South Wales went into daylight saving times. Queensland didn't.
So I was a bit confused because luckily we had a
clock
on the wall, and I'm looking at it going, that says that and my phone's saying this. So it turns out that I could have slept for another hour. But the good thing was we went to Starbucks.
Yes. Moving on to day 3 then.
Day 3 was kind of, wasn't sad, but it was sad because it was the last day.
It was sad because you knew it was the end.
Yeah.
But then it also was not. It wasn't as emotional and stuff.
No, but it was
Yeah.
still emotional a little bit, but it was more like, this is gonna, like, we're gonna have new values, so
Yeah.
we're gonna like really get rid of negative values, things that don't serve us anymore. We're gonna get rid of them.
Day 3 went till 10 o'clock?
Yes.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
So yes,
We got Starbucks that morning, so I was really happy.
we did. We enjoyed some sunshine. So found out all the ways you could die with an arrow,
Yeah. And we walked through an arrow.
and then had to walk through an arrow.
Yeah.
And the thing was, are you interested or committed? If you were committed, there was no arrow you could walk through. If you were interested, you were probably going to die.
Should we kind of say exactly how we walked through
Well,
an arrow? Because otherwise a lot of
We
people
actually
are gonna think-
might. We'll put your one up on your social media
Yeah.
because that's what a lot of people have been doing.
Yeah.
So we will link yours down,
Yeah.
and you can put it up.
At
And
the start of my whole one is everyone just chanting my name because I was personally very scared to do it because I just got myself worked up. Then I went up there and everyone was just cheering.
I went first, like before her. Like I went just before her. And I must admit, like after hearing every which way I could die, I really was. I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared. I was like, do I want to do this? And then I thought about it, and I saw other people go, and I was like, all right, no one's died yet. And then,
Could be the first one.
yeah, you know, first time for everything. But then I was like, you know what? Put myself in the matrix. There is no spoon. So I was just like, there is no spoon. And then I centered myself, and I got up there, and I was like, I was like, center, this is not centered. And I committed to it, and it worked. And you feel really good afterwards. And then, of course, he says,
Yeah, Morgan is the person who ran it, so...
Morgan is just awesome.
Morgan's...
He's like, where's Rosie? And I'm like, she don't want to do it. And he's like, rightio, get up here, Rosie.
In front of everyone, who then proceeds to chant my name over and over because I was very scared. And I did it.
So we will put that down because it is something that you need to see, to believe.
I feel like seeing it, you'd probably think, oh, that could be scary, but also at the same time you think, oh, it kind of is easy. Being there before doing it is a whole nother feeling because you have an arrow thing right there and you basically have to walk to the other side.
And it's a real arrow, people.
Yeah.
It's not a plastic foam.
Yeah, it is a real arrow.
And it was scary, but it was awesome. Would I do it again? Yeah. Would I do it again? Yes, I would.
I would definitely do it again.
I'd do it again. I mean, you can't get any more committed than that.
Yeah.
So that was, day 3. That was the highlight of day 3. When I say the highlight, we almost died. No, we didn't. That's a story.
Yeah.
That's a story. And then it was, we were really kind of getting deep into it and like our fears of what stops us from being our best version of ourselves. Like what stops us from taking the leap and maybe going and getting that relationship or getting that friendship or getting that business happening. What's stopping you? Let's break through those fears. Let's break through those barriers.
Wait, can I say something?
Of course.
So basically, on day 2, we made this little vision thing.
Vision board.
Vision board. Half of the page was what your life is like now. Half of it is what you want your life to be. And basically, on day 3, you have to go through your side of the vision you want and say like the feelings of it, I guess, and feelings you want to avoid and what you kind of want the most from it.
So values.
Yeah,
So what values do you want? And we had to do it again with people that you don't know.
Yeah.
And it was a quick exercise. So draw what you want your life to look like. So in like maybe 12 months, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Like what do you want? Like, do you want travel? Do you want lots of money? Do you want to own your own business? Do you want a house? Do you want love? And then what you have now that may be stopping you.
Yeah.
So you look at this and you're like, yes, love. And you write down, so you've got like love, wealth, outdoors. So basically a value is what, it's not tangible. You can't put it in a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Except the only value is money.
Yeah.
Money is still a value, and yes, you can put it into a wheelbarrow, but it still becomes a value. So you can't put family, because literally I could put her in a wheelbarrow.
Yes.
And wheel her around.
And so you would have to go through the menu for that. Money or outdoors? Pick one. This one or this one?
Yeah. So
you go down to
get
get 5.
And you get 5. So they're your top 5 values.
And then you get feelings you want to avoid, to stay away from.
Yeah. Anxiety.
Sadness.
Depression.
Anger. And you go through them and you get 3 of them.
Yeah. So you get your top 3. And usually you'll see that they coincide with each other. So, you know, like if you want love and wealth, you don't really want sadness and anger, because they're a negative emotion that really aren't going to do you any good in love. They're going to negate each other. So you'll do anything to avoid those, and you'll do most things, pretty much anything, to have a pleasurable outcome. So love, money, you know, all that kind of stuff, joy, happiness.
So then what you have is kind of like what you want to go for.
Yeah. And so if you have limiting beliefs, so we went through beliefs too. So if you had a limiting belief, you needed to unpack that. Why is that limiting belief? Was it something you were told? Because a lot of beliefs are made between 0 and 7.
Yeah.
Traumatic events, anything where your heightened emotion states will cause a belief. Like if something bad happens, you're going to have a belief that if you do that, that's your outcome, because you were at such a heightened state of emotion. Yeah. So we broke down our beliefs. You know, we broke through our limiting beliefs, and now we have new beliefs. And then you have to create
new beliefs that help.
Yeah, that help you obtain your goal. And then then we got to values. So then, you know, you might have had some values that maybe were made earlier in your life, and you just sort of were hanging on to them because they might have been in the comfort zone, and you want to get rid of those. You want new values, new alignments with the new you. Like, you want to be heading forward. You don't want to be stopped, and you don't want to be going backwards.
This is where I get my hand movement from, guys.
Oh, yeah. And these were walls. Like, it was a struggle sometimes, because it's not something you think of every day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, oh, my values today are. But they're there with you. And your decisions and everything are based on these subconscious values. Yeah. So we needed to get rid of those ones, and so we did. It's never going to be easy to rewire your brain, but if you really, 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 really want it, you can. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to put the work in, though. So, you know, if you are somebody who looks in the mirror and goes, oh my God, that's just terrible, then one thing that you'd have to do is turn that around, flip that around. Yeah. Tell yourself you're great. Look in that mirror and find something good about yourself, and say it every single day, because the more you say it to yourself, the more you'll believe it. If you've said for the last 10 years that you have terrible, terrible eye colour, your subconscious is going to believe that. It's not true. And there was a good study that we watched, that there was women who had to describe their features, and then they had a sketch artist who didn't see them, and they drew them, and then they had to describe another woman.
Yeah, so they'd get people to describe themselves. This artist who hadn't seen them would draw them. They'd go out, kind of like talk to this other person. This other person would come in and describe what they thought they looked like. This person looked like.
Yeah. So, and then at the end, they put the 2 drawings side by side. And it is amazing how critical and harsh we are to ourselves.
Yeah.
Because the drawings that they describe themselves look nothing like them, yet the person who was describing them, it looked amazing. It looks so much like them. So we are so harsh. We got to stop being so harsh.
And it's also kind of what you're told by some people, because a lot of people in that video was like, oh, like my mum told me I had this.
Yes. Or yeah, I had like a big nose or a big chin, or got fat cheeks, or like. And look, saying you got fat cheeks when you're a toddler and you're a baby is fabulous. Fat cheeks are like when you're sort of over 18 or 12, it's not so great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was day 3, breaking down those.
At the end of day 3, what did we write down? There was like that sheet, like the new, you wrote down the new beliefs.
Yeah.
The new things you're gonna say to yourself. What your life's mission is.
Yes. And you had to get clear on that too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know, and I can't say when I started, I was crystal clear. I knew like where I wanted to be, like I knew what kind of direction I wanted to go in, but the why, I didn't really have my why.
I feel like having your like life's mission clear, like just helps you know where you gotta go next.
Yeah.
Like
because in the times where because let's be honest, life doesn't go like this. It goes backflips a couple of times, and then you kind of go into the direction, because we're not handed everything. It's like if you ask the universe or God, whatever you believe in, the deities, whatever, for something, and you're like, I really, really, really want it, they're not going to give it to you on a silver platter. They're going to be like, well, let's see, have a couple of blocks, see how you do. You get through those, you must really want it, and we'll give you the key, and you got to open the door. So if you think you have your mission, or even if you don't, have a think about it. Think about what you want to do and where you want to go.
Because once you have your mission, you kind of know if you get it, you're like, oh, like I actually know that I'm heading towards that with what I want to do. Or you can be like, okay, like nothing I'm doing right now is actually getting me here.
And you can switch it.
Yeah.
And then ask yourself why 7 times. Because there is nothing like getting a mission crystal clear, like a little toddler asking, but why? Why? But it really does help, because it makes you really think, and it makes you really go inside yourself and be like, yeah, why? Why do I want to do this? Is it this? And then you refine it, and then you're like, yeah. And look, you might have 75% of your why. And then, you might go along, and it gets crystal clear as it keeps going and going. And, when it feels right, you're going in that right direction. Yeah. So until then, but so grateful for day 3. So sad because we met so many great people. We did add them on to Instagram and our socials.
At the end of day 3, we got a photo with Morgan.
We did. You were one of his favourites. I'm sure you were one of his favourites. I mean, how could you not be with his face?
He'd autographed to me because, at the start, my age as well. How old are you? 17.
Because, she doesn't look 17. So, So, what would you say was most surprising out of the whole time, the whole lot?
Well, I mean, I wasn't really prepared for any of it. I didn't know any of it was going to happen. But probably, what's really surprising to me is probably how much lighter you can feel once everything just, you let it out and it gets burnt and stuff. And also, almost I actually feel different now.
Yes, yeah, that was me. I think at the end of it, it was like, wow, I feel new.
Yeah.
I feel like a new person. And I loved doing it with you.
I love that you bring me along.
I'm really glad that you came along, and it really pushed you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was going there is a whole new environment, because I'm very shy. I don't talk to anyone really, and I prefer not to. But there, even without her around, I was just going to people, having conversations, making friends, and I'm not usually like that, so that's a whole different environment to be in.
And everyone took you under their wing.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of hugs that she got. I don't think I've ever high-fived people or hugged so many people over such a long time. And always, I think my hand hurt for high-fiving, but it was the best. And dance parties.
Yes.
And I took away that celebrate your wins.
Yes.
Really celebrate them. And if you're feeling...
Even if you think it's a small win, it's still a win for you. And a win is a win. So We just like celebrate anything that happens.
Yeah, high five yourself, high five the next person, high five your kid. Do a dance.
Yeah.
We should have more dance parties.
Have
We've decided
fun.
that, you know, we should do a dance party, 5 minutes every day,
Yeah.
and just have a dance. It makes you feel good. So, a quote that did stick with me. I think there was like two, but one was, our brains are not built for, they're not wired for happiness and for joy. They're there for survival. So we get into this comfort zone because it's safe. And our brain is like, oh, you need to be safe. But you don't grow there. Just do it. Like, get committed. Do the work. And be the best version of you. And be happy while you do it. I mean, you are the only person keeping you in your circle. So if you want to grow it, if you want to change your life, if you want to change your job, if you want to get into business, if you want new relationships, it all comes down to you and your choices. If you really want it, you'll find it. And hey, you know, we'll be friends.
Yeah.
Like, we are.
Making friends that was like so easy.
It was.
Like, I made friends.
But we all had the same goal. We all had the same intention of, we wanted to be better. And like, we want to create our own futures. We want to live the dream life.
I think what the most stuck with me was definitely the, are you interested or committed?
Yeah.
Because if you're interested, you're just kind of gonna, oh, if you're committed, you're actually gonna go straight for what you want.
Yeah, you don't want to be a bobblehead.
Yeah, don't be a bubblehead.
Don't be a bobblehead. Be world class. Life should be lived at world class level.
Yes.
Stay committed, people. So that was our
3 days?
awesome 3 days.
And then on
we
Monday
drove home.
we came back.
Yeah, we drove home and went back to, you know,
Starbucks.
9 to 5 and stuff.
Yeah. And we went to Starbucks that morning.
Yeah. So yeah, so it was a great weekend. It was really intense. I would highly recommend doing any kind of personal development.
I recommend wearing comfortable shoes and comfortable outfits. You are sitting for a while. So
yeah. And you know, work on your inner child and your inner self. And if you are interested, we will probably do something again like this.
yeah.
So
Well, also next year, guys.
yeah, like, so if you decide that you want to come along, let us know, and we'll send you some information on it and put you in touch with websites and stuff. But it was really, really good, really knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Some parts were really uncomfortable, but it definitely gets you out of your comfort zone, which is where I don't want to be anymore.
Yeah.
So hence why we started this podcast as well, because it is kind of it gets us out of our comfortable zone.
And we're gonna get better at this, guys. We will.
Yeah. But thank you for hanging around and listening to us. Yeah. And we shall see you in the next one, which is going to be a doozy as well.
Yes.
It's going to be a good one too. So join back with that one. It probably will be. There was a little bit of a break because we went away.
Yeah. So the next one will probably be posted next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay good. Make good choices. Be kind to one another. Peace out. We love you. Bye.